Welcome everybody to Rewrite Your Reality. I am your host Reese, and today I want to discuss anxiety and whether or not that prevents your manifestations, your dreams from existing. So, what is anxiety? Anxiety is the resistance to now, the now moment. But how can you be resistant to the now moment when you're thinking about things that you don't prefer, either behind you or in front of you, or thoughts that you are not going to get to experience things in the way that you want to experience them, right? Or you think whatever is happening now is preventing that experience and the continuation of this thing, the circumstance that's happening. The circumstances and conditions don't matter, but the circumstances and conditions existing prevent you from living your dream life. And then you feel anxious that you got to do something. You feel anxious that you have to manifest it harder, do more processes, watch more videos, that kind of thing. So anxiety is resistant to now, but what does that mean? Everything that I just mentioned, all of these images, all of these ideas, all of these thoughts, all of these realities, all of these beliefs, all of these assumptions, everything, your entire life, backward and forward, every iteration of your life, backward and forward, every path that you could have taken backward and forward, it's all happening now. So you don't necessarily need to even consider feeling anxious, but most of the time it isn't your choice at all. But what is your choice is how you handle your emotions, how you handle your anxiety about this moment. When you accept all conditions and circumstances cannot prevent any other frame of reality. And what I mean by this is, imagine something, imagine that frame of reality, and whatever you perceive is preventing that frame from existing. Whatever you think you need to fix to experience this frame of reality existing, that doesn't matter. That frame of reality exists independently for your experiencing it, or your experiencing of it, independently, without restriction, without condition, without circumstances needing to be different right now. You exist in that frame right now. That frame exists within your higher self that you are right now. So whatever you are feeling anxious about, you are basically saying, I'm resisting all of this other stuff because I'm worried that frame won't happen. That frame already happened. You already experienced it within. It's already yours. It's already done. So what do you do about this anxiety? What do you do about these overwhelming feelings that pop up now and then? Well, Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now, he says, power now emphasizes being present with the emotions like anxiety without resistance. So basically, when you're feeling anxiety, do not resist what it is you are thinking. Do not resist what it is you are feeling. And I think Abraham Hicks says the same thing about emotional alignment and releasing that resistance, because it's basically restoring a balance to who you are. You are both things. You are yin, you are yang. You are the positive and you are the negative. You are the preferred and you are the unpreferred. You are all of it. You contain everything. Were you not to contain half of reality, the other half could not exist. If you didn't have the concept of right, you wouldn't have the concept of left. If you didn't have the concept of light, you wouldn't have the concept of dark, and then you wouldn't be able to sleep. You'd go crazy. But that's a joke, but I mean, that's the point. Whatever it is you are experiencing and are afraid of, that actually gives context to what it is you are dreaming about. You wouldn't have the concept of a nightmare without a dream. You wouldn't have the concept of a dream without a nightmare. But they're just stories. You don't have to resist them. They have no power over the real you. And when you stop giving them power over the real you and say, you know what, right now I'm feeling anxious. Right now I'm feeling overwhelmed. But I'm feeling overwhelmed from that small me. I'm going to identify with my higher self right now. And whatever I'm feeling, I'm going to let it pass right through me. It doesn't matter if it takes 1 minute or it takes 10 or it takes an hour. It takes 10 hours. I'm going to sit here I'm going to allow all of those thoughts to just pass through me. And you start fearing, what if it doesn't? What if it keeps on going? It doesn't. It never has. All the times you felt anxiety, no matter how many times you kicked and you screamed and you wondered when this was going to end, it ended. You smiled again at some point. Just make that point faster by allowing it to just go this time. You basically experience how you have previously experienced anxiety submitting to it because it became too overwhelming, but it's basically just yourself. When you surrender to how you feel and just allow it to go, you are allowing it to just pass through you. You're surrendering to your higher self, knowing better, saying, these beliefs, these thoughts, these images are what you previously held about yourself. They may be different from the previous thoughts and beliefs that previous images you had about yourself, but they are the same belief. I hope that's clear. If you understand this, you have previously had beliefs and thoughts, which is what these images are, what they represent. They represent the same belief. The image might be different, but the belief is the same. So by you releasing that image, is you releasing that thought, that belief. I am not chosen. I am not the center of reality. I am not worthy. I am powerless. I am not experiencing my dream life. And then you have all of these thoughts about. You have all of these thoughts representing those ideas, and you are fearful to put your awareness on them because you think that, oh no, I'm recreating something. No, you're not. What you are doing is allowing it to go on its way. Because it must. Because you choose something else. The feeling that you have with these feelings, these thoughts, these images, is not preferred. You are letting them go on their way. So let them go on their way. Sit there, sweat it out, cry it out, scream into your pillow. It doesn't matter, right? It's you. Do your life. Be you. If it's screaming into your pillow, sweating it out, or crying your eyes out for you to allow it to just go, if that's your intention, to allow it to go, let it. Do it. Let it go. By not holding on to it. You don't have to physically go and chuck it. You can't. Just don't hold on to it. Don't be like, no, I need to avoid this because I want to create something. No. My creation of it is to not avoid anything. Not avoid any of this stuff. Letting it pass through me. I am the conduit. I am the filter. I am the way. I am the door. I let everything pass through me. And it dissolves on its own. It has no weight on its own. These beliefs that are false, that you feel the falsehood of by feeling that negativity, that negative feeling, they are false. They have no power on their own. I am has power on its own. You don't need to believe you exist. You just exist. You just know that. I am. I am that I am. I am who I desire to be. I must be. I am who I have imagined myself to be. I am imagining myself right now. I am who I am. I don't need the physical manifested experiencing of the thing to be the thing that I choose to be. I am that. Just like how some people have these addictions, right? That you consider addictions. Smoking. A lot of people consider themselves a smoker, right? But you're not always smoking. You still identify as a person who smokes. You go to the gym. You identify as a person who trains a lot, but you don't go to the gym all the time. But you still identify with that identity. It still does that. You have a certain job. You identify with the person that has the job. You aren't always in and are working at that job. Some people are, but you aren't always doing that. But you are always the identity. You go about life knowing you are the identity. You see, there's no action that is required. There's no inaction that's required for you to be an identity. It's only knowing that I am that identity right now because I chose it. Right? That's why your manifestations will never be held back by anything. It's only an identity. Those identities are always within you, ever present, forever. So when you allow the anxiety to just pass through you, naturally, you can put your awareness and your attention back onto the things that you love. Knowing that you no longer fearing it, knowing you no longer fear doubting it, knowing you no longer fear feeling anxious about it because you know you're going to let the anxiety just pass through you anyway. It no longer has any power over you. You know exactly what you're going to do with it because you already did it. Again and again and again. Cast your net again. That's who you are. You are this person that's going to allow everything and consciously imagine what it is you love. That's how you manifest. You're always manifesting. Every single moment you exist in, you are manifesting. Every single thought that you have, you are manifesting it from the unseen to the seen. It's becoming into your, it's coming into your awareness. So when you put your imagination, yourself, your attention, your focus onto how you would like things to be, you feel elated, you feel love, you feel bliss, you feel joy. But it's not just because you enjoy that scene, it's because you are experiencing a fundamental truth that you are this. That you are this thing right now. That it exists for you right now. In all of time, in all of existence, in all of now, it just exists right now. It exists right now. The beginning of the movie exists right now. The middle of the movie exists right now. The end of the movie exists right now. The sequel of the movie exists right now. And you have watched it completely. You have watched both completely. You have done it already. You are only here to experience it again. From having no memory of it whatsoever. Eternity has always existed. That's why it's called eternity. It's always existed back and front. But there's no time. It just exists. And you're redoing it again and again and again and again and again. So don't feel that anxiety has to be something that you need to deal with. It's nothing. You don't need to do anything with it. Just allow it to go on its way by feeling it through. And don't fear the pain, don't fear the suffering, don't fear the discomfort. Allow it to be, and it no longer has any power to you. It's your old self clinging to itself. Don't fear. Don't fear suffering. Don't fear pain. Then it has no power over you. It has no power over where you put your focus. And if you put your focus on allowing it, it has no choice but to just go on its way. So, nothing can prevent anything you desire. It already exists. Nothing can prevent anything you desire. It already exists. Nothing can prevent anything you desire. It already exists. You are that version of yourself that you desire to be. Any feeling other than love is a feeling you no longer prefer, and it is leaving you. When you allow it to just continuously leave you, what's left? Your undivided attention and undivided knowing that I am love. I am love, I am love, I am love. Say that all day, every day. Because you are. This is true. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the love, the support, the following, the comments, the questions. I love it. Thank you for the subscribing. Truly, I have a Facebook group available. I see people joined as well, asking questions and showing love and support, and I'm grateful for it. Infinite gratitude, infinite love, infinite light to you all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. This is Rewrite Your Reality. I am your host, Reese. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you. Bye.